Hello guys, welcome again. So let's start with actually Bitcoin. And as you can see here, Bitcoin this weekend was very interesting. Let me show you. I was in short position actually. This weekend I opened a short position here around $67,000, 700 around there, and I closed my position around here at 64 around here. And after that, well, I didn't do anything actually. It was just weekend. I am getting ready for the next short. Yep, the next short, and the next short is coming this week. Let me show you. It's gonna be interesting because now volatility is extremely low in 4-hour chart, and as you can see here, and Bitcoin is just wasting time. As you can see, it's doing nothing. So the next sell signal potentially today is coming, maybe later today. I will be more than happy to open another short position where I will start looking for actually another test to maybe 64, 63, and potentially this time, hopefully this time we could see some action around $60,000 or even lower. That is actually my projection. Like this move potentially could break to the downside. Now, uh, now there is an alternative. Let me show you something because well, I want to be honest with you. Many times when I saw this, I saw exactly this formation. Yeah, I don't know how many times when I saw it. Uh, sometimes in the last moment here, Bitcoin likes to pump in the last moment, and people think, oh my god, yes, bullish, wow, to the moon. But this is just a bull trap. Yep, this is just a bull trap. So be careful here because sometimes Bitcoin does something like that, right? For example, here we have the sell signal here, wasting time here, and as you can see here, in the last moment, Bitcoin pump a little bit, right? And after that, of course, the sell signal here, well, major crash. So, well, we have two options, remember. We have sideways here, sideways, or a potential bounce. The bounce, it could be possible, yes, but if we see the bounce here, this bounce around 70k, 71 is gonna be actually a bull trap. So that's why the trend is my friend, and it's to the downside. Okay, so I'm gonna just continue with the following the same pattern. Now let's continue with the weekly chart because weekly chart is very interesting here. Weekly chart is forming a potential bounce here, but the problem here is the ADX. The ADX is actually very bad. Now there is something very interesting forming right now. There is a bullish divergence in volume forming. Okay, so I'm not saying it's gonna happen right now, but potentially, if we see a buy signal here, but also we see an ADX maybe by April, maybe May, we could see a bounce. But in the process, first of all, I'm expecting maybe another low, right? And after that, a strong bounce. Okay, I don't see Bitcoin actually bouncing right now at this level. At this level, it's just wasting time. Okay, so I am more interested in this area around here, around a 55, 50k, around here, around this area. And from here, actually, yes, I will start looking for a major bounce. And also, as investor, it's actually a very nice area to start buying Bitcoin. Um, Also, we have a monthly close. The monthly close is very interesting here. Let me show you here. The monthly close is the sell signal is present, as you can see here, since on November 2025, and Bitcoin is only 4 months. It's dropping around 50%. I am looking for around 45, 50%, $50,000 to be around this area. And as you can see here, there is no signal. There are no signals or something like we could see a reversal. Now let me show you here the weekly chart. Weekly chart with volume. Sorry, no, with the RSI, because I want to see if there is something interesting happening here. Honestly, I don't think so. I think, yeah, we have here, remember, historically speaking, Bitcoin actually, when Bitcoin hits around this area, theory level, below theory level, this is the first crash. And after that, we will see another second crash, historically speaking, right? And we could see some bullish divergence from in the RSI. And here is the bottom. Well, historically speaking, right? So that's why I think we need another crash, maybe 50k, even lower, around 40k, And after that, some bullish divergences in RSI, also in my system, and potentially we could see the bottom there. So uh, as investor, is the worst moment to be how can I say this, like, to be passive in the markets. It's actually right now when you have to be very active tracking the coins or Bitcoin, whatever you want to invest. But as you can see in my live streams, since the bear market started, my live streams are very low. The people here is almost no one, like just 5 people. When it's in the bull market, around 20, 25 people, 40 people. But it's normal, it's okay. Actually, I'm very happy about it, because if I see many people right now in the bear market here with me, that means they are smarter and it's gonna be more difficult to make money. You know my point, right? You got my point, right? So that's why I'm very happy, like, actually people keep following and keep doing the same thing, because that means there is a possibility to make money in the markets, right? So now let me continue with the bi-monthly. Bi-monthly is very interesting. We have a new close finally, as you can see here, March 1st, and we have the confirmation of the betas variance. Last time Bitcoin actually hit the MA55. The MA55 is around $40,000. Okay, $40,000. So in the long term, I am looking for actually potentially this level. So we need another crash potentially here, and after that, eventually we will see between 44 and 40k around there. Potentially is the bottom for me. Maybe it's possible. It's possible actually. Now let me show you here the USDT. USDT dominance actually is interesting here. We have a monthly close. One more thing here I want to show you here is the volume. The volume is coming in the bi-monthly. That means this is not just a normal sideways thing. It's actually a potential breakout. I'm expecting this thing is gonna just keep trending here. Yeah, so that's why one trader in my community is expecting $10,000. Honestly, I don't think so, but it's possible based on this information, because we don't know what is going to happen with this buy signal in bi-monthly. It's the first signal we have, at least in this chart, since 2015, 10 years. I don't know how strong it's going to be, but the only thing I can tell you is at least 2 years. So right now, the last resistance for USDT is around 8.50. Any close about there, you will see a massive pump. Is going to continue trending, and of course we can expect Bitcoin will just keep crashing. Keep crashing. So as you can see here in weekly chart, let me show you. In weekly chart is very interesting. Yeah, we have another potential sell signal forming, but I don't care. It could be fake. Why? Because the ADX is very strong. So as long as the ADX is very strong, I don't see the reason why we can expect a major pullback. Of course, there is one thing. There is no volume here. There is no volume here, but that doesn't mean like Bitcoin is just, USDT is gonna crash from here. Honestly, I don't think so. I think this is in 1 day chart. We go to 1 day chart. This is more like accumulation again, in getting ready for a breakout. Let me show you here. This thing is just the sell signal is here. The sell signal is here. But instead of crashing, it's in sideways. So what I'm expecting is this, something like this, and after that, a breakout. And this breakout is gonna be the most important one, because, as I said before, after this breakout, there is nothing to stop the USDT dominance to actually start trending. This is the last resistance for USDT dominance. Any break about any close above 8.50, 8.60 around there, the last week, this week, you will see this thing just trending, and that means Bitcoin will just keep crashing to maybe 50k, 40k, and in the worst scenario, following the idea of this trader, $10,000. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't see Bitcoin at $10,000. Yeah, I respect that, but I don't think so, because I'm bullish in the long term. If we see $10,000 for Bitcoin, that means the trend in the monthly chart is destroyed, and Bitcoin is gonna enter in a massive monthly bear market. Yeah, honestly, I don't think so. I don't have the evidence to support that idea, because we have here a very healthy monthly uptrend. So the trend is my friend until the end, right? So that's why I am looking for this area to buy. As investor, to buy around here, these areas, all the areas here are areas to buy between $65,000 to 50k, 45k maximum. They are there as investors. So that's why the worst thing you can do in bear markets is just, oh my god, I will not buy anything, because, or following news like, oh, Bitcoin is gonna crash to $5,000. It's because the war, it's because this and that. No, that is not the way. Okay, so the target for USD dominance is very simple, my friend. Right now it's testing resistance. This is like the stronger resistance right now is around 8.50. Any closing one day chart above 8.50, you will see this. You will see a massive breakout, and after that, we can expect a potential trend. Yeah. So that's why I am bullish here. This thing is honestly, this thing is bullish. Is bullish. I'm bullish here. I'm bullish here, and especially because in the bi-monthly is the first bi-monthly buy signal in USD dominance in this chart, and also is we have a new close, right? So it closed breaking the previous high here. There is no betas or variance. There is nothing here. So that's why I'm looking for a potential continuation here. Continuation, that means if I am correct, this, of course, we will see Bitcoin crashing even more. Just in the scenario like we see $10,000, right? If we see $10,000, I don't think so. I can tell you right now, I don't think so. I don't have the evidence to say that. If we see Bitcoin doing something like this, the most important thing is closing the candle like this. Yeah, definitely is gonna be the beginning of a massive bear market in the monthly, and the first official bear market of Bitcoin, where I am $10,000 is not gonna be enough. I think it's gonna be maybe 3,000, 4,000. But let me be clear. I don't see the scenario where that is possible. I don't think so. And potentially after, maybe in some point, I know Bitcoin will hit. We were gonna be in a massive bear market for Bitcoin, but honestly, I think another cycle at least we could actually enjoy this uptrend for Bitcoin. At least one more cycle, I think. Another 4 years, and after that, maybe potentially. Because if you see this asset is doing something like this, right? So, but don't get me wrong, this move here is around 200k, 300k, right? So from here to here is a lot of money, right? But the thing is, like, this asset is pumping even less and less and less, 50,000%, 12,000%, 1,700%, and 650%. So as you can see here, is pumping less and less and less. So the next cycle, of course, maybe 400%, 350, I don't know, right? Let's see. Okay, now let's continue with altcoins. Altcoins, all of them, they will just follow Bitcoin. And as you can see here, for example, Ethereum closed below the MA55, very strong close here. I am looking for another leg down to 1,500. That is my next target, 1,500. Also Solana is crossing the zero line here, but well, Solana is very young. I am looking for, this is the first close. Potentially we could see a bounce here, maybe, but overall here I'm looking for actually a continuation, like 50 bucks, 60 bucks around there in the long term. Hype surprisingly is very strong. This is looking more like accumulation. Yeah, this is looking more like accumulation here, and actually is doing well. Looks like hype is gonna enter in a massive consolidation area here potentially in this bear market, and I like it. Actually, I like it because I am very bullish hype in the long term. Okay, now let's continue with let's see, maybe XRP. Remember what I said to you? Well, I'm expecting XRP to keep crashing all the way down to 0.60. Honestly, I still think it's possible. Any close, well, fortunately, XRP didn't close below the MI55 this month, but now the next task for XRP is to be in sideways here for months, like all the bear market in months here, some consolidation phase. Any close in the weekly chart, at least weekly chart below the MI55, is gonna trigger a major downside, and we could see again 0.50, 0.60, and well, then it's gonna prove my theory. This thing is just pump and dump, right? And you had to wait years of price action to make money with this thing. I don't know why people like this thing, but in my case, there are better options out there. Okay, so I think that's all about Bitcoin. Well, in the short term, right? In the short term, what I'm going to do is very simple. In the short term, I am looking for another short opportunity. Yeah, as you can see here, Bitcoin is wasting time in 4-hour chart, right? So I'm looking for the next sell signal here in 4-hour chart, potentially around 67, 68, potentially here, a little bit higher, maybe. And after that, I will be happy to open a short, looking for actually again 63, 64, where, as you can see here, this area is resistance, this area is support. Yeah, so that's why I am playing just ping pong here. But overall, I am looking for continuation to the downside actually this month and also April. I am looking for that. Yeah, we could see a bounce here, 70k, but doesn't matter. The projection is the same. Let me be clear. In one day chart, I am looking for this, right? I want to be very clear with you guys. So I am looking for this, right? Sideways here, right? Potentially we could see a bounce. Yeah, maybe. But after that, overall, I am looking for one more crash. One more crash where the target should be around between 50k and 45k potentially. Yeah. And potentially here, the bottom will be here. Potentially, eh? Listen, potentially this area could be the bottom of the market. When I say the bottom is Bitcoin could be in sideways here for 6-7 months without doing nothing, and after that consolidation, and after that we could see another bull market. So that's why my only one concern here is Bitcoin is crashing too fast. It's crashing so fast, like potentially that I could be wrong. Maybe Bitcoin just could hit 40k, but as investor, the mindset is no financial advice, right? Remember, if you want access to my portfolio, my trading journal, you can join to my Patreon, or you can support me by trading on Bluffing, and you can create an account. Every time when you create an account and Bluffing, you trade. You are a very active trader. You pay fees, right? We pay fees, so with the fees you help me, and you can get access to all my private content. So, but yeah, I have my portfolio where I am trading, investing crypto and also the stock market. If you want to see my portfolio, you can see it there. Okay, so in 1 hour chart, let me show you here. In 1 hour chart, I am doing nothing because there is nothing actually, nothing here. I am watching actually just the last season of Baki, the anime. I like to watch anime. So the best trade for me right now is doing nothing here. So I will wait for the next sell signal here in 1 hour chart. Potentially, if could be around here, 67, 67, $68,000, or a little bit higher potentially. Or if this is just in sideways here and it's doing nothing, I will open shorts looking for this move. And as I said before, overall the direction is to the downside. Remember what I said to you. There is just a very low probability, but it could be possible. I saw it a couple times. Like every time when Bitcoin is crossing the seller line here, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you see a crazy pump here. People, they are very bullish, and after that everything crash. Okay, so anyway, the direction is to the downside, and that's all. Okay, now let's continue with the stock market, because, well, it's interesting here. Colgate, awesome, beautiful Colgate. I love Colgate, right? Beautiful. As you can see here, my target hit 100, well, almost 100, and I will keep my longs open. I will not close this thing, because with the new close in the monthly, we have a buy signal here officially, and also the volume is coming here. This thing is getting ready for a breakout, and it's gonna make a new all-time high. Okay, for after long time of consolidation here, right? This thing is getting ready for a potential new all-time high. So I'm very bullish here. looking for continuation. As you can see here, the ADX in 1-day chart, the ADX is positive here. There is no bullish divergence, so actually I'm very bullish here. Right now I am up around a 30%, not bad. In Adobe actually is very interesting here. Adobe finally, I think we will see a very soon a bounce, very strong bounce here. Let me show you here. We have the bi-monthly here. Sorry, the bi-monthly is the most important chart for me right now. As you can see here, we have this close here. It's gonna close. Actually, well, the market is gonna open tomorrow in America. So last time when I saw this close, it was in 2008 after the major crash in 2008, and after the next month, just Adobe recovered so bad. If you study the patterns, what happened here, when we saw this close, actually the bi-monthly was crossing the settle line here, as you can see here, and this was the bottom between the MA 100 and crossing the settle line here with the ADX negative. And you see the same thing here, potentially. Actually, we have similar setup here, where we have crossing the settle line here. The ADX is a little bit flat, right? But it's fine. And well, potentially I'm expecting a bounce here where the target should be around 360, the first target, and potentially from here a very nice recovery. I could be wrong, yes, but the only thing I'm doing is just following the trend. The trend is my friend, and of course we see the monthly here, the monthly chart here. Sorry, the monthly. Let me show you the monthly. The monthly here. The only thing we need here is just a bounce here, holding a little bit more, and potentially we could see a buy signal here. I am not closing my positions. Remember, Adobe in the monthly chart, the MA55 is not very good. Why? Because many times the MA55 was broken, right? A little bit, a couple of months, and after that a major bounce. So that's why MA55 is not like very strong support in this chart, but that's why I went to buy monthly, and here actually is working. So of course I'm planning to hold my position. Right now my average price is 300. I am in loss. You are thinking, oh, I'm losing right now. Honestly, I don't care, and I will just continue holding my position. Yeah, maybe all 2026 potentially. Yeah, let's see. Okay, now let's continue with more. Let me show you. Let me see the comments. Mark, yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, crude. Sorry, the oil. Yeah, sure, I will do that. I will check oil. Target for USDT. You're talking about the MA100 monthly, right? Yes, around 45k. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Potentially, there is a very high chance to see it. Okay. Okay, there are some coins, some assets. Okay, let me check. I will do that. Okay, I will just continue with the normal in here in the stock market, and after I will continue with the request in the comments. Okay. Okay, now let me show you here. Microsoft, as you can see, is dropping here. Is dropping, right? In the monthly here, not yet. We are very close, around 360. But yeah, for me, Microsoft, just follow the trend, my friend. The trend is your friend. That's all. Right. Netflix, massive bounce, beautiful bounce. Netflix actually is testing the MA55 here in weekly chart, and as you can see here, ADX negative, buy signal here. Looks like this thing is gonna pump even more. I think at 110. Let me see this bounce. The bounce is actually significant. Is wow, 30% bounce. 30% bounce. Nice. Actually, wow. I love Netflix. I love when the volatility is like this. People were expecting, they are expecting something like this, but last time when we saw this, it was in 2012. You have to wait another 10 years, my friend. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I wasn't expecting something like this right now. I was expecting a maximum pain around here, 70, 60, and that's all. Because I don't think so. I think this is just gonna continue moving to the upside. So holding this thing and just technically speaking, following my seasonal trading, this is the target. But This is a target when the time is over. In this case, it's about to start. So that's why what I would like to do here is just keep on my position because I have Netflix. I bought Netflix at a 76, 77 around there. I need to update my portfolio, and I will just hold my position here and just wait here for maybe potential sideways and after a continuation. I am very bullish here. Let's continue. Let's continue with Nvidia. Nvidia finally looks like it's getting ready for a test. 163 and 140 if I am lucky. This thing is bullish. Of course, you are waiting. You want a major crash, right? But let me guess. When you see this crash, you will not buy because oh my God, AI, the bubble of the AI. Well, right. Well, that's why I don't follow news. The thing here is like the biggest opportunities for Nvidia, historically speaking, is every time when it's around MA55. Around MA55. Of course, if you are as an investor, you will have to wait 5 years, 6 years to maybe potentially buy here. Yeah, but I don't want to wait 6 years to do that. So that's why I go to weekly chart. The last time when we saw this test was in April 2025, and now after 1 year it's coming potentially again, and here again, right? Continuation. Okay, Oracle, I am very bullish. This one here, very bullish. I'm looking for actually bounce here. Actually, as I said before, same thing. It's very simple. I mean, I will be honest with you guys. For me, trading a stock market is extremely simple. It's very simple. Very simple. Well, not fair what I'm going to say because for more than 10 years, 12 years, I am trading Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is extremely difficult, very volatile, and very difficult to trade, right? In only one day you can make 20%, you can lose 20%. So that's why when I see this kind of charts and it's moving like a slow motion, right? You have 1 week or two, 1 week or 2 weeks to buy. It's amazing. It's like easy money, seriously. Like the only problem here is like I had to wait months. Oh my God, months, years to see the results. That's the problem I have with the stock market. That's why I love Bitcoin because I want to make 20% tomorrow, not like in 1 year or two. That's why I decided because I got so many requests. Hey, Leo, please trade the stock market. We want to see it. Yeah, the stock market is like this, and it's actually very straightforward. Don't short the stock market. I know. All of us we are waiting for the massive crash. One day is gonna happen, yes, but when? When you are waiting, I am taking the opportunities. Yeah. And if the market crash, risk management is there. Yeah. I will just get out because every time when I enter to the market, I apply risk management. The problem is like people just buy here, hoping it's gonna recover $500 per month, right? 10 years. And after that, crash. And they don't have a plan. Just they keep doing that. Right? And even worse, they apply DCA regardless of the trend. They buy here and they buy here and they buy here every time more expensive, right? That's why DCA, following YouTubers with DCA without knowing actually how to apply it is very stupid. You apply DCA when the market is crashing in bear markets. Here is when you apply DCA, right? Not here. Here is stupid. But well. That's my opinion, okay? I could be wrong, okay? Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla, as you can see here, Tesla, yep, it's a buy opportunity here again, around 370, 350. Of course, not now, but yeah, that opportunity is coming there. Unity, massive crash. Buy opportunity from here, yes, definitely yes. It's a buy opportunity because it's testing the previous support here. I'm looking for consolidation, a potential bounce in the long term. Yeah, definitely yes. Yeah, I will wait here a long time. Of course, in the monthly chart, I want to see the monthly coming here, potential 2026, right? And this forming a basement, and after that potential bounce again. Okay, but in the long term, UPS, beautiful. Still looking for 130. Now let's talk about metals, okay? Let's talk about gold and silver. Okay, first of all, I am multi-year bullish for gold. We will not see corrections in years, okay? And I will tell you why. If we go to, not monthly, let's go 6 months. 6 months, okay? 6 month chart. Gold in the 80s, from the 80s to the bottom, 10 years, no, 20 years, from 2000, was in sideways, yeah, 2000, 20 years, okay? And after that, when finally gold broke the previous high, as you can see here, from the 80s in 2009, went from here to here, is around 122%, and after we saw a pullback, right? But how long it took from here to here? Around, let me see, from 2008 to 2013. 5 years, okay? 5 years. So, now finally we saw another pullback here, and from the previous high is this one, around 1,800, and it took around, to test around that previous high, from here to here, another, let me see, 2012, 2005, another 5 years, right? And from here, the previous high here to right now is only 3 years. So, in average, every time when gold is breaking a new high, it takes around 5 years to see a pullback based on this data, right? So that means 2026, 2027, and potentially 2028, we could see a pullback. And one more thing, there is no resistance. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. Okay, nothing. There is nothing. The volume is amazing here. Amazing. There is no better divergence in 6 months. So I don't see the reason why gold should crash. It's gonna crash. No. And this is a major warning. Listen, this is a massive warning, because every time when gold is pumping like this, all the paper money in the world, yen, dollar, Mexican pesos, Australian dollars, whatever, all the money, the paper money is just gonna collapse. So that's why, listen, working in a normal job, making dollars, whatever currency you are making right now, is fine, but the data says is if you keep following that path, you are gonna be broke by the when you are 60, 70. Okay. So that's why you need to put your money, it's up to you, not financial advice, but in things like they will survive. It depends on the context of your country. It could be lands, real estate. In Japan, sucks real estate, gold, silver, business, but we cannot follow the same path, like just working there 20, 30 years and just hoping for the best. No. Diversify your assets. Okay, don't put everything just in one thing. Yeah, in my case, personally speaking, I am into, of course, trading. I am running a business. I am working as well. Multiple income streams. Don't rely on only just one. You must have at least 5 or 6. I know it's very hard. I know it's difficult. But, well, that is the way how I see it. Okay. Okay, so now let's continue with a new one. A new friend we have, Platinum. Let me show you here. This chart is very interesting here. Consolidation since 2025, 2020, right? All the pandemic, 5 years consolidation, low volatility, buy signal here, massive bounce. This is the beginning of a new trend. And why I'm telling you this? 6 months, right? 6 months chart. But if we go to the bi-monthly here, the ADX is positive. No signals actually of no better divergence. Weekly chart, we don't have better divergence here. So I will tell you something, not financial advice, but gold, silver is too late, at least in my opinion. But platinum, well, what I'm going to do is if I see a pullback, right, around 1,600, I want to catch the trend. The trend is going to be to the upside, And mark my words, platinum is gonna be way more expensive in the following years. Yeah. Not financial advice. I'm telling you what I see in the charts based on data, right? Based on data and technical analysis. That's all. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue. I'm gonna continue with the comments, and after this is the last part of the live stream. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Okay, CRWB. Okay, what is that? Okay, let me see here. Okay, core wave here. Okay, in weekly chart, let me show you here. In weekly chart, technically speaking, I don't have data to support this. I think it's quite new this, so I don't have data here, my friend, to help you. I don't know. In weekly chart, in one day chart, I can tell you. In one day chart, this thing is just in sideways here, where this is the bottom, and this is the top of the resistance, right? And right now it's testing the bottom here. So technically speaking, it should be a buy here, right? And just play ping pong here, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. There are better assets than this to trade, at least in my opinion. Okay. Okay, Mark. Let me check, Mark. Okay. This one. Wow, this is, well, we have a bonus variance here. First of all, this thing, I will not put my money here because I don't have data. I don't put my money when I don't have data here. So the only thing I can tell you here is this trend to the downside. The first rule is, if you wanna trade this thing, or you wanna buy because you believe in the company, whatever is doing this thing, you need to just see consolidation, okay? A basement. Months of consolidation, and after that, only just after that, you can start looking for a potential investment. Okay, not when it's trending to the downside. This thing is trending to the downside. Okay, don't try to catch the knife. That's my point. If you are gonna do it, is because you have enough confidence to do that, and you know what actually you are doing, and you know the asset. For example, in my case, Bitcoin, I do that because I've been trading this thing for more than 10 years. Okay, that's why. And even with that, sometimes I lost. I take a loss. So that's why. Just be careful. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue. Exxon Mobil. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, weekly chart. Weekly chart. Of course, it's too late. Consolidation, beautiful consolidation. This thing, beautiful consolidation for a long time. 2022. If you bought here, just protect your entry because this thing is gonna consolidate. When the asset is consolidating so long for years, it could be something very good in the higher time frames. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely this thing. Yeah. Just protect your entry, wait for the best. There is no resistance. Potentially, the new trend is forming right now. Okay. Okay, now let's continue with the next one. Weekly chart, right? Interesting. Oh wow. Okay, we have a bullet variance forming here. Let me see monthly. Definitely, yeah. Now this is like this. Okay, this is like this. Of course, if we see here, it's testing the main 100 here, but the only thing we have to do check here is the volume. Volume is coming in, as you can see here, is coming, and also we have some basement, at least 1 month of price action, and not just only that, we have a bullish divergence from this point and this point, and this point and this point. So I am bullish here, looking for another bounce here. Okay, risk management is the most important thing. Remember, risk management is the most important thing. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today, guys. For today, okay. Remember, 3 times per week, around this time, 10 a.m., 10:30, depends on the time. Sometimes I'm busy, but yeah, overall, 2 times per week I will be here. Yeah. Okay, Bitcoin now is getting rejected by the MA55 in 4-hour chart, wasting time here. I don't know, man. I'm thinking if I should open a short position right now. I don't know. I will think about it because I prefer when I feel way more comfortable open shorts when I see like this, right? Because when you see this price like this, when you see that there is no clear signal, you need to just follow price action. But follow price action is more difficult. I feel more comfortable with it. No, you know what? I will just hold. I will just wait. I will just wait for a clear sell signal here in 4-hour chart. Definitely, I will take a short position potentially today. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support because actually this year is gonna be 5 years since I started this channel. Thank you so much.